Hey everybody, this is Scott Hudspeth with Agent Mastermind. Super excited to be here with you guys, and got a good friend on the phone with me, a dear friend. We've known each other for a couple years now, and it's Sean Nelson. Been in the real estate business for a really long time, and his passion is Facebook, and you're going to see why here in just a little bit. He's been literally knocking it out of the park with helping people through his company called City Blast to generate leads like you've never seen before. And Sean, I appreciate you being here, man. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to show us what you have going and just how incredible this system is.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I like your new look, bro.
Thank you. Got a more relaxed vibe, you were saying.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I like it.
So
what do you got for us today, man?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everybody can hear us. If you guys want to go ahead and type in there if you can hear us and let us know. We getting any feedback there, Scott?
All good, man, on the questions, yep.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do some Q&A at the end, guys, and if you want to at any given time, just type into the question boxes. Scott and I are going to do some Q&A on Facebook marketing and so on, updated strategies for 2016 and whatnot. I am indeed Sean Nilsson. I'm the founder of a company called City Blast. Many of you have heard of City Blast. We're the largest social media management company in the world for real estate professionals. We manage the Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn accounts of well over 10,000 real estate professionals all across North America. That's agents, brokers, and all the way up the ladder. We've done to date around 3 million individual posts to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and we've tracked all the results. And what I'm going to share with you today is kind of the distilled information or the trends that we figured out from all of that posting. I'm going to share with you what works, what doesn't work, what generates leads, what annoys the crap out of people. So you're going to be able to use the system that we use to do your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn marketing as best as is possible. It's empirically derived. This is data-driven. This isn't our theories. This is factually proven out scientifically by over or approaching actually 3 million individual posts. I started out as a real estate agent as well, so take some comfort. I'm not just some guy who's kind of spouting off social media strategy. I started out as a real estate agent. My first year in real estate, I did $165,000 in commissions just off of my Facebook wall, and that's only using the free components of Facebook. I posted articles, videos, and information out to my Facebook, generated conversations, got people talking, got people using me as an agent, was able to do 24 deals in my first year. People started asking me, what my strategy was on Facebook that I was using, and I taught it to them, just like I'm going to teach you guys today exactly what we do, and it's evolved over time to become even more refined now that we've got such a volume of information at our fingertips. But I was explaining to them what I would do, and they would say to me at the end of the day, hey, this system sounds great, but I don't want to do this every day. And that's how City Blast actually was born. I started managing other real estate agents' Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn accounts. After a while, I was running two businesses, which was my real estate team on the one hand, and then I was managing 5, 10, 20, 50 agents. Now thousands of real estate agents all across North America use our system, and our social media experts who administrate the system that I used back in the day. You can do it yourself. You can have us do it. I'm going to show you the system today. If you want to do it yourself, absolutely go nuts and do it. Of course, we'd love for you to try out our product and our team working on your behalf. We can talk about that later. And for those who stick around at the end, we're going to come in under an hour. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to tell you how you can get our free ebooks. We have 3 free ebooks for you. One is the 100 greatest posts of all time. You can copy and paste those into your social media channels. The second one is the 9 fan page improvements you can do right now to double your leads through Facebook, so ways that you can improve your fan page. And the third one is the perfect post cheat sheet. It's the anatomy of a perfect post and how our experts follow a certain algorithm or a certain system to create the perfect social media post every time they create anything. Stick around to the end, and we're going to teach you those, we're going to send you those 3 free ebooks as well as give you a little bit of a really cool offering on something that we're doing. City Blast inbound marketing for real estate agents. So as I said, we have done almost 3 million social media posts to date. We're going to tell you the system that absolutely unequivocally works, and also what doesn't work, and what you should be doing in your social media in 2016 to generate leads and have as much success as possible. and that is inbound marketing. And we're going to talk today a lot about inbound marketing and some of the ways you can twist and tweak an inbound marketing strategy to be maximally successful. But I want you guys to realize inbound is the way to go. Inbound is what we do. Inbound is what you should do. And for those of you who don't know what it is, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But keep that in mind. Inbound marketing, not outbound marketing. The other thing is we're going to speak today about Facebook a lot, but really this has application for all social media platforms. So the strategies we're going to use are not specifically for Facebook. I'm going to be saying Facebook a lot. I'm sure Scott will be referencing Facebook when we're talking, but it has application for anything. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, Vine, YouTube, whatever you are using, this will have application for any platform. So don't think that it's specifically constrained to Facebook only. Quickly, I want to talk about the opportunity size. Understand if it's an opportunity here or not. Is social media just a waste of time? I'm still just baffled by people who seem to think that social media is in some way, a fad or a waste of time or the leads aren't there. Social media is your biggest, and Facebook in particular, your biggest opportunity to market unquestionably in 2016. There is no bigger place for you to focus your marketing efforts and get more results than on Facebook, period, end of sentence. And I can virtually prove it to you. Over 90% of home searches begin online. That means that instead of contacting a real estate agent when the person first decides that they're going to buy or sell their home, the first thing they do is they go and they research online information about the process without ever contacting a real estate agent. So you've got people who've made the decision to buy or sell real estate, and they are not turning around to you, calling you or emailing you or walking into the office anymore. Now, these people are going online and gathering information for themselves about the real estate process. They're looking at homes and listings, prices, mortgage rates, how to get a mortgage, area appreciation values, what renos they should do. They're looking at real estate agents. They're looking at lawyers. They're gathering up information. And now it's over 90% of cases. I think last year it was 94%. NAR publishes this number. Imagine 94% of your people have made a decision to buy or sell and they haven't contacted you yet. That's a massive opportunity. That's a massive pool of people who are out there looking around gathering information, and you can get involved in that process and get in front of those people at the exact critical moment when they already know they're going to buy your product, which is real estate services. You can be there on the spot ready to help that client. This is a huge opportunity. The people are online. How do we get in front of them? Well, the answer is pretty simple. People spend 3 times more time on Facebook versus any other website in the world. Pretty remarkable. When you add in all of social media, it's preposterous the amount of time that people are spending on social media. Okay? Social media and Facebook in particular are the absolute kings of time spent online. And what this means is, I was once told, if you're going to catch fish, you need to go where the fish are. In the case of the internet, if over 94% of the people that you're trying to get to are online, quote, in quotes, online, where are they? Where are they? The answer is they're on social media and they're on Facebook. That's where the fish are. So you have a 3 times better chance of finding somebody who has already made or is about to make the decision to buy or sell real estate by marketing to them on Facebook versus any other place on the internet. Where else would you conceivably be, right? You're not going to be advertising on the Wall Street Journal. You're going to be advertising on Facebook. That's where your friends and followers are, and that's where you need to get out and get in front of these people. It's way better than direct mail. It's better than all that stuff. And I'm going to explain to you why it's a new paradigm and a new way to leverage your time to get massive, massive results. In the old days of marketing, you had to make a choice. You had to do one-to-one marketing or one-to-many marketing. We all know examples of one-to-one. Shaking hands, getting belly-to-belly, door-knocking, cold calling, networking at a party. This is one-to-one. And the great thing about one-to-one for our business is real estate is a business based around trust, people people you trust, people you know, people you like. Those are the ones who you're going to work with when it comes time to choose a real estate professional. And one-to-one is great at building those relationships where you're like belly-to-belly, the person gets a sense of who you are, they kind of like you, they trust you, they think you know what you're talking about. That's great. The problem is it takes forever. To go around and meet people one-on-one, it takes forever. Anybody who's ever been door knocking or cold calling can attest to the fact that one-on-one is a super slow way to develop your business. Now, it's great for getting those relationships built, but it's slow. So In the ancient days, the first time someone put up a sign on the side of the road, one-to-many was designed or built, and now we use one-to-many to compensate for that. So we put up billboards on the side of the road. We do radio ads. We send out flyers to a whole neighborhood. We do TV. We drop pamphlets from the sky. Whatever it is, there's one-to-many. And the great thing about one-to-many is it's quick and efficient. You make the message one time. You record the radio commercial. You make the billboard, whatever. And then that message is repeatedly sent to people over and over and over again. And the drawback of one-to-many, though, is it doesn't have any of the relationship building that one-to-one has. So the person doesn't really get to know you. They don't necessarily really get to like you. And it's a really slow way for people to get to trust you over time. You have to do one-to-many lots of times before the person starts to get the hint that you're consistent and that you're somebody who knows what they're talking about and so on. Social media has turned the whole thing on its head. So by using Facebook, where 3 times more people are at any given time on the internet versus anywhere else, and to get in front of those 94% of people and so on, you also get the added advantage of using one-to-many and one-to-one marketing at the same time. You can create one message on social media, put it out, have it seen by tens, hundreds, or even thousands of people, and the ones who are interested in talking to you about that will write back right there on that message as though it's a conversation, and you can begin talking and engaging with these people and having a conversation and becoming likable, knowledgeable, trustworthy, and so on right there, all in one place. So it's like starting 10 or 100 or 1,000 one-on-one conversations all at once. It's like knocking on all the doors at the same time and having your pitch ready and saying the first thing that you're going to say. So Facebook is the absolute greatest opportunity for you to leverage your network, the people that you know, get in front of them consistently, give them stuff that they love, and there's a big hint there. We're coming up to some of that thought process in just a second here. Become knowledgeable, become likable, and so on. Scott, I know that you're pretty passionate about the use of social media. Do you want to, did I miss anything there? You want to add anything?
Yeah, no, the only thing I want to add is, Carl and I talk about this all the time about how powerful Facebook is in general, and that's what you've been covering, social media in general. But if talked about this the other day, if Facebook ever went away, we would probably literally cry like babies because we've built our business on it. It's amazing how powerful it is and how much people spend time there, how much time they spend there, and how fast and furious you can get in front of people and stay in front of people and actually build relationships, because they say people live their lives 98% on social media, and the biggest place they live is Facebook. The other thing I want to say, Sean, is it's amazing when I go to LinkedIn or when I go to Twitter or when I go to any other social media site, I always revert back to Facebook because it's so hard to connect with people on these other social media sites. I go find them wherever they connect with me, and then I go back to Facebook to actually start a relationship with them because it's just easier to communicate. So, I mean, what you're talking about here is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you do the same thing, but sometimes I'll have someone's phone number, I haven't talked to them for 6 months, I'll message them on Facebook. It just seems natural to go back to Facebook as kind of like home base for those kind of communications and so on. So it's kind of like the center of the internet, and you definitely want to be there at that party, and that's another nod to something we're going to talk about in just a minute. One problem with marketing on social media, I get it, experts recommend spending an hour per day on your Facebook marketing, and I understand real estate agents don't have an hour a day. I get it. So when I started out in real estate, as I said, I did 24 deals in my first year directly off of my Facebook wall just by communicating with friends and followers. That was great, but one of the problems that I had was I was sort of, I cut off my nose to spite my face. I had so many clients now that I was out running around with that I didn't have time to do my own social media posting, and so I had to hire a social media expert to help me with my social media posting on my accounts and with helping the other people and so on. So I get it. It takes a lot of time, and it's very difficult for a real estate agent who is the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. You guys are running around doing every different part of your business, and it's that kind of a business. It's that kind of an involved grind type of business. You're not going to be able to shoehorn in an extra hour a day. So I'm going to give you some strategies, including, of course, talking about how City Blast experts can help you, but I'm going to give you some strategies for leveraging your time so that you don't have to commit an entire hour every day to your social media marketing, and you can still get the results that you're looking for through this super powerful channel without, causing a nightmare for yourself. So Let's talk about inbound marketing because that's kind of the main foundation for everything we're going to talk about today. Inbound marketing is the golden key that's going to unlock your ability to use Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all these other platforms to generate massive amounts of leads for yourself, and these are quality leads to get out there, show properties, list properties, and so on. And you have to use this strategy, this inbound marketing strategy. If you use old school marketing strategies from back in the day, which I see so many people doing, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Inbound marketing is earning the attention of prospects and drawing customers to your website by producing content customers value, okay? And the part that's bolded there is content customers value. The trick here is we're going to focus on other people and what they want rather than focusing on ourselves and what we want. So we're going to treat social media as an opportunity to give other people what they want. It's almost like giving people the television show instead of the commercials. And everyone is always trying to give the commercials. Hey, I'm the #1 agent. Use me. I'm the best. Just listed. Hey, check me out. 4 listings closed in the last month. Congrats to my clients, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a place maybe for a little bit of some of that stuff, but for the most part, no. People are on social media because they want to hang out and have a good time. It's called social for a reason. It's not called advertising media. People want to have a good time, hang out, talk about interesting things, and so on. So what we're going to do is instead of trying to swim upstream, we're going to swim with the current. We're going to give people what they want to talk about, and we're going to talk to them about what they want to talk about. And if you don't remember anything else from this entire presentation, this is the slide that I want you to remember. Write this down, put it on a Post-it note, stick it on your forehead, and look at it every morning in the mirror. Okay? Social media should be like a social event. Act as you would at a party where you want everyone to like you. Okay? Sounds simple. People are not pulling it off.
I know it's actually harder than you think. I mean, just by saying that, you have to be like you're at a party and talk to people as if you're in a party. Don't talk to them like you're trying to sell them real estate. I 100% agree with that.
Let's demonstrate this by way of example. I think an analogy or example is the easiest way to do this. I'm going to walk into the party and I'm going to be the type of agent who is marketing themselves on Facebook today that I see it all the time, who's posting me first type of content, okay? I open the door, walk in the party, it's already buzzing, there's lots of people there, just like Facebook. I walk up to the first person, shake their hand. Hi there, Sean Nilsson, nice to meet you. Yeah, actually, I'm the #1 agent in this area. I just sold 4 listings last week. Congrats to my clients, Tim and Susan and Sylvia and John, for selling their property over asking price. If you're, by any chance interested in buying or selling, contact me. My team will be happy to help you out. Here's my business card. There's my phone number and email. Anyway, nice to meet you. See you later. And I wander off and go talk to the next person. Imagine how long you'd last at a party like that without people thinking you were a total jerk. Like,
you'd never get invited again. You wouldn't be invited to the parties. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is what people are doing on Facebook. Facebook is social media. It's a social event. You're in a social event. The only difference is it's on the internet instead of in a real room, a physical space. So when you're doing that on social media, think of it exactly the same way. So what are we going to do? What can we do that's different than that? If any of you have ever read a book by Dale Carnegie called How to Win Friends and Influence People, I highly recommend it. Write it down. You should read it. Everybody should read it. I think they should make you read it in school. This is a great way to also understand, if you know that book, what we're going to try to do here. Let's try a different strategy. Let's walk into that room with a different strategy. Let's go to this social event, this social media, with a bit of a different play. Okay? I'm going to walk in the front door, same as before. The party's in mid-swing. And I'm going to head over and talk to the first person. Hey there, nice to meet you, Sean Nilsson. Hey, yeah, did you see that recent article in the local newspaper about the top 10 fastest appreciating neighborhoods in the city? It was awesome. Some of the top 10 you wouldn't believe. Did you check that out? No, I didn't. What was #1? Now you've got somebody interested in talking about real estate because you've given them a chance to possibly be interested in what you're talking about. You're interesting the person, you're engaging them, and you are already the subject matter expert. You're the expert in real estate. You could go for days and days and days talking about real estate. They don't know that yet, but you're leading them into your world by giving them an opportunity to be interested and not just to be turned off. And you're going to prove through this type of strategy that you're trustworthy, that you care about other people because you didn't just bombard them with advertising, that you're likable, that you're knowledgeable, and so on. Oh yeah, the top 10 was really cool. The number 1 neighborhood was actually this one, so pretty cool. Went up by 8% last year. Oh, no way. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. There was another article I saw about renovations you can do in your house for under $1,000 for when you list. Number 1 was like crazy. You think you know what it is? No way, I don't. I couldn't guess. Yeah, it's actually renovating your kitchen backsplash. It's like $500 on average and adds $4,000 to the listing price of your house. Oh, no way. So whatever, I'm coming up with examples here off the top of my head, but imagine using this type of strategy where you're engaging people in an interesting conversation about the topic of real estate and you're getting them interested in talking to you. This is how you wind up being at a party or in social media, that person who's standing over in the corner, they've got a crowd of 4 or 5 people around them, everyone's listening with rapt attention to what they're saying because they've got those people interested in a topic on which they're the expert, and they're giving them exciting and interesting information in a way that's engaging to them, and they just are now there listening. And guess what? Those people will come to you and go, hey, I'm actually going to sell my house next month. Do you think that you'd be interested in helping me? And you don't even have to ask for the business. People will be giving you their card. And this is the strategy that we're going to use in social media. It's called inbound marketing. The attention is to attract other people toward you and to use your business rather than to have you get out there and advertise the heck out of yourself and bully everyone around with your ads and annoy them and turn them off. Scott, thoughts?
I can't stress enough how starting a conversation about something else besides business or some way, shape, or form to open a conversation. You probably don't know this, Sean, but I talk a lot about starting a conversation and not selling, removing the sales triggers, removing any call to action you have when it comes to real estate, but focus on the relationship. And you're just hitting right there where I've been for a long time. So I appreciate you reiterating that in different ways.
Awesome. Yeah, so let's go. We're going to go in just a second and check this out on my Facebook and see some examples of what City Blast experts have posted for me in terms of my social media presence and to give you guys some ideas. Does it work for real estate agents? Of course, I think you can understand that it does, but it's especially effective for small businesses. That's us. High dollar values. We got the highest that there are. Long research cycles. Takes months. Knowledge-based products. We are selling our knowledge. That's exactly what we sell. We sell our hustle and our knowledge. So it's perfectly tailor-fit for real estate agents. But it's not perfect. One criticism of inbound marketing is the time and effort required to create content. Same exact problem we talked about before. Busy agents don't have an hour a day. So we're going to talk as well about how you can gain leverage, how you can go faster, get more bang for your buck, not interrupt your existing business in order to add in all of this mumbo jumbo around social media. And believe me, I understand it can be a massive time vortex. It can suck up a lot of your time. We're going to talk about that as well. First, let's go over to my Facebook and check out some of the stuff that we do. And you can start to get some ideas of how inbound marketing actually looks. So let's go on my account.
So what we're doing now is we're showing some of the stuff that's been automated for you on your site. So, you hit a chord with me because, man, I always talk about if you say yes to blank, what are you saying no to? So as you get busier and you build your brand and you have more referrals coming in and you have different things that are building your business, you have to go, all right, if I'm doing something on Facebook or trying to think of a post of what to say, how to say it, then what are you saying no to? Well, you're saying no to calling past database. You're saying no to marketing to a neighborhood. You're saying no to marketing to expireds and FSBOs. I mean, what you have created that helps people to brand themselves on social media automatically without them having to do it. I'm so huge on delegation. Pick a strategy, and then the only way I pick a strategy is if I can delegate it out. So this is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get it. This is the business we're in. We started a long time ago teaching people about what to post in social, and a lot of people will go off and do it on their own diligently. A lot of people will go off, say they're going to do it, and completely not do it. And guess what? Yeah. The opportunity cost of doing that is tens, if not $100,000 or more this year that you will miss out on by not being active in your social media channels. Let me show you something real quick before we do this, just by way of demonstration. Let's Google me. If you Google me, watch what happens. Oh, Facebook, LinkedIn. What else we got here? Twitter,
Blast. Yeah.
YouTube. Look at this on my first page here. My personal website's down here. Imagine that you give out business cards at a event. The person, if they're actually interested in using you, the first thing they're going to go do is go home and Google you, and they're going to see Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever else you're on, YouTube. If they're clicking on these things and you're completely out to lunch and not up to date, you are going to lose business that you already would have had. Like, don't be these guys. XYZ Realty here, check this out. I Googled them before at random. I just made the name up and Googled them. Here, look, their Facebooks come up first and everything. You click on it. Yikes. Nothing posted. They've had this account active since 2012. There's nothing up here. 13 likes. It's a nightmare. If someone was thinking of using XYZ Realty, do you think that they would be continuing with that process after Googling this? Probably not.
The other thing, Sean, is when somebody goes to Facebook and finds you, and you haven't, like maybe you were active for a while and you were posting and all that kind of cool stuff, but then the last post is February 2014. They're like, I wonder if this person's out of business, or like that type of question goes through their mind. Because really, when it comes down to it, people are looking to who's going to market my home the best to get the most exposure. Period. Mm-hmm. So when they're building a relationship, they're asking them that question. If they Google you and they go to your Facebook page and this is what they see, they're going to go, that concerns me a little bit. I mean, truthfully, it goes through their head.
What else is like falling by the wayside? The best thing they're going to think is, all right, this person's kind of out to lunch. The worst thing they're going to think is maybe they're not in business anymore or haven't been in business for a while or whatever. So you got to stay up to date and consistent, and whether you like it or not, your social media is you at your most visible. I'll tell you what, guess how many people go, you saw my website there, down here, guess how many people go to my website in a month? And I mean, I think I'm a pretty popular dude. Maybe 500 people.
Right.
Guess how many people go to this website in a month? Over 1 billion people are on this site.
Wow, no kidding.
I mean, wow. Facebook has infinitely more people than you could possibly get. I don't care how much SEO you're doing. You are not going to get the kind of attention that you can get simply by putting up a Facebook profile. Right. So to not do this, you are out to lunch at this point. It's like people who say they don't need a website. Well, I think pretty much most of those people have gone the way of the dodo at this point. But Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn are required for real estate agents. You need to get on these platforms, and you need to be consistent on these platforms. So however you figure it out, do not leave today and go, I'm going to do this, and then not do it, because not only are you not getting new business, but you're hurting yourself with your existing efforts, because this is not backing up what you're saying when you're handing out business cards or all the other marketing that you're doing. So let's jump in here and look at some examples of inbound marketing. These are some posts that have been created on my account. These are done by my City Blast social media experts who work on my account for me. These stunning photos of NYC from high up took years to collect. How one photographer captures New York from above. So this one's pretty light and fun, and I'll tell you what that was in a second. How one photographer captures New York from above. And you can see there, it's an article with cool pictures of New York, and this one's on Curbed. Many of you will know Curbed is a pretty highly respected and highly trafficked site. This just came out a few days ago, last Tuesday.
Hey, Sean, I got a question for you. What's that bar at the top? What's that bar that says Sean Nelson Real Estate? You gonna cover that?
I'll show you that in 1 second. Okay. Good eye. you got a good eye, and there's the pop-up that comes before it too. But I'll show you that in 1 second. Here you can just see this article came out last week, and one of my experts has sourced it for me and posted it out to my account. So it doesn't all have to be like, real estate, math, numbers. It doesn't need to be like that. This is a great article just kind of about NYC and the city and so on. So it's a more civic kind of article. And I'm based in New York, so my expert posts mostly articles about New York. 8 predictions for New York real estate market in 2016. Okay, great. That's a pretty timely article that's out for me there. And again, we see this, and I'll explain what that is in a second. This one's in Daily News. 8 predictions for the New York real estate market in 2016, and so on. And it gives you these predictions. So people can read that and kind of get some sort of a sense of what's going on. One thing that you saw that we do, if you elect to have it turned on, is what Scott spotted there and kind of hawk-eyed as we were doing it, is when our experts manage your social media accounts for you, when your friends and followers see the post that they create, so what do you think of the latest trend in home decor, 15 reasons to fall in love with black wallpaper, and they click it, this pops up, which is an offer. Want to know how much your home is worth? And we have different offers that you can do. And that then goes away, and you're left with the article. This one's on apartment therapy, and they're reading the article. But what remains is this banner, Sean Nilsson, real estate, and you see over here, see my home value now, a nice call to action. And that's going to follow this person around while they're browsing around on the page. So it's a persistent ad for you on whatever site the expert has shared that day for your account. So
that's awesome.
In this case, you have an ad on apartment therapy. You can have an ad on the New York Times, CNN, Wall Street Journal, or Home and Garden Television. Whatever they share that day, we're going to put a banner ad for you at the top. People can see what their home value is worth, and you'll see it takes them through to this tool, and they can put in their info. What's your home worth? Would I like to know, am I potentially interested in selling? Yes, I'm potentially interested in selling. And then they're going to put their email. This is going to send you a lead, and it's going to say, hey, your friend Bob, hey, Sean, your friend Bob is interested in potentially selling 123 Mulberry Lane and is looking for a home value assessment. And we drive tons of leads through these tools back to our agents who work with us, and we do it passively. So the agent doesn't have to do their own social media posting because we do it for them. And when their friends and followers click through, they see these tools and ads, home value assessment, quizzes, and so on, and those will drive leads back to you without ever having to do anything. So that's pretty cool. But one of the things to notice here is none of these types of content are going me, 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 me. None of them, in fact, are focused on me at all. How to master the space in a kitchen with tall ceilings. Tour a prefab tiny home clad in colorful wooden panels. And so on. Do you live in a small space? See inside the school bus that a father and son converted to a mobile home, and so on. So all of these things are you first. They're intended to get the interest of other people, and that's really the differentiator for inbound marketing and what you should be doing with your inbound marketing strategy. I want to show you something else that's pretty cool that a lot of people don't know. So this is my panel I'm going to show you on City Blast, and we'll go to my dashboard, which shows all of the results that I've got in the past 30 days. These are my 30-day results from City Blast, which is awesome because I don't have to do any of the work myself. My social media managers at City Blast do all of my social media for me, my Facebook, my Twitter, and my LinkedIn. But one thing to notice is you'll sometimes see a post go up and you're like, oh, okay, all right, this one only got 4 likes, so it's kind of whatever, like 4 likes. But what actually happens is this. Your clicks, and we've seen this for 4 going on 5 years now, your clicks, meaning how many people clicked and read something that you post, is about 10 times the amount of your likes, comments, and shares. So if you post a post and you get 4 likes or something, don't sit there and go, oh man, I only got 4 likes. What actually happened is you got about 40 readers who read it, and those 40 people still registered your name and said, hey, you know what? Sean's a great dude. He posted a cool article, and I think that he knows what he's talking about. And that's one of the secrets to understand is that when you're getting X amount of likes, comments, and shares, which are the visible parts on Facebook, we actually track the clicks as well in your dashboard, and you'll see your clicks are about 10 times your likes, comments, and shares. So if you're seeing what appears to be low engagement, think again. Do a multiple of 10 on that number, and that'll give you an idea of the impact that you're making with each of those posts.
You know what's funny that you say that. And this is an aha moment for me. When I post a video, the amount of likes or comments is so much less than if I just post a pic. which means they're probably watching the video, so I should go look at how many views I got on the video compared to how many likes I got, because if you only post it on Facebook, you're going to get people, they're not going to sit there and like and click and watch the video. They're going to do one thing. They're going to click. I mean, that first click is the most important, and instead of like it, they're going to watch the video, and they may not come back to it because of, you know, something else happened, another email come in, phone call come in, whatever, but you're getting exposure that way. So just know that, you know, and you know, trust me, everybody likes to get 1 million likes. That's not where your success is going to come from. Is giving content, keeping your business open, and showing them that you're open when somebody does search with you, and then build relationships with those people that do communicate and engage with you.
My probably 75% of my leads never came from people who ever liked, commented on my wall. They came in through here. When people private messaged me and said, "Hey,
right,
I'm following your posts, like quietly without doing anything, without you know, replying, and interested in buying a home, wondering if you could take me and see some places on the weekend." And I would get out there and do it. And so don't kind of put too much stock in your likes, comments, and shares, I guess, is the net of the takeaway there. I'll show you something else that's cool, is this. We've actually found that when we tried to predict and do a one-size-fits-all for the times of day and days to post for each person, we found out actually every single person is different. So when you publish with our social media managers, you tell us what types of content you want to post, like what types suit your vibe, and of course that's going to remain relatively fixed. If you don't want to post, you know, celebrity homes information and whatever, you can not post that stuff. If you don't want to post architecture and design, don't post that stuff. That stays pretty similar. But actually, the days of the week and the times of day that you post will be completely dependent upon your followers and the people who are in your network. So people are always looking for that magic bullet. They're like, what's the best day and time to post? And the actual answer is you need to do some trial and error. We benefit from having all of this tracking equipment built into our posting. So when we get feedback, we start to see over time when the best times of day are to post to you. But if you're doing it yourself, you can still get a gut feeling by trying different things and recording the results and kind of seeing.
So that brings up a good question, Sean. So somebody said, how many times can you post per day, or is it per week? Is it like can you set that up, or can you post every day, or what do you typically?
If you're going to do it yourself, if you're asking for doing it yourself, we recommend posting 3 to 4 times per week, maximum 5 times per week with real estate content, real estate focused content, and the rest of the time posting just like, you know, here's my dog, here's my kids, here's me getting out of the shower, whatever you want to post. If you're working with City Blast, we will do up to a maximum of daily. So you can post every single day, or you can have us post for you every single day if you like. That's more of a strategy for a Twitter or a Facebook business page type of thing. I probably wouldn't do a daily real estate post to your Facebook personal page. We manage your personal, your fan page, your Twitter, and your LinkedIn. So you want to strike a nice balance across the platforms. I would recommend doing maybe 3 or 4 times a week would be where I'd start, and then see if you like that, and then turn it up or down from there.
Okay, sounds good. Is there a time of day that works best, or I mean, I want you to show us the inner workings of this, and like what happens if somebody says, hey, I want to give City Blast a try. What does this look like, and how do you know what all does this system have to offer? Because guys, here's the thing, like we're not trying to sell you anything. We're trying to help free your time so that you focus on the money-making activities. So this is a system that is very inexpensive that can provide you real good post without you thinking about it. Now, this isn't like or all or nothing. This helps you with your post, and you still have to be personal. You still have to interact with people. You can't just like put an ad out there and then when somebody calls you, you don't answer the phone. That's not what this is about. This is to show that you're open, provide content, build your list, help them incorporate with you, connect with you, engage with you. That's what this is all about. And it's just one real easy set it, forget it, and then you can do your normal stuff like you've always been doing, but you always consistently on a daily basis have content going out there.
Yeah, I mean, I can give it to you really quickly in a nutshell. We are a social media manager. So just like if you got to a point in your business where you're like, okay, I need someone to do my social media that's not me because I'm going to be a massive success and I know that I'm not going to be dropping my own flyers at people's doors, and I'm not going to be doing this, and I'm not going to be doing that. Social media is just another one of those things. So you say to yourself, hey, I'd like to hire a professional company to handle my social media for me. We are that company. We're the largest company in the world doing it. We manage over 10,000 real estate professionals' Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn accounts. And getting set up is pretty simple. You're going to tell us what kind of vibe you want. So if you go to cityblast.com/signup, you'll see here, you're going to tell us where to send your leads. You're going to tell us the geographical market that you want us to focus on. It can be anywhere you like. Let's pick Orlando. It can be anywhere. We do all of North America. We're in every 50 states and all provinces in Canada. You're going to tell us Facebook fan page, Twitter, LinkedIn. It's all included. And then you're simply going to connect our experts to your Facebook account, which will allow them to create the posts. We're going to follow your instructions. So you'll tell us all the instructions of how to manage your account. You're going to tell us the content types that you want, what suits your vibe. You can tell us right down to the days of the week you want. You can add a second market if you want. Maybe I work in New York, but I also vacation upstate, and I want to add that market too. I can go and do that as well. You're going to tell us where to post, as you did before, Facebook fan page, Twitter, LinkedIn. It's all included. And then you set it and forget it. We are going to create your social media presence so that you completely don't have to do it, just like hiring a social media expert locally. Our experts are real human beings. This isn't like computer mojo. It's real human beings. They sit in offices here in New York and in Toronto, Canada, and they're going to source and post articles, videos, listings, information, whatever types of content you've chosen out to your accounts as often as you've chosen and custom tailored for your geographical market that you focus on to get your friends and followers interested in you, keep them locked in, keep you looking professional on all your social. People Google you or search for you, you're up to speed. This is a complete outsourced solution for your social media, and frankly, we're probably a lot better at it than you are. We do this all day long. We've done 3 million posts.
Consistent, persistent is where it's at. Yeah, consistent and persistent. Yeah. Hey, big question coming in, Sean. Yeah. What this is on your personal page or business page, and do you need both, or can we use your services for both, or is it just for business?
Yeah. So this works on your Facebook personal page, your Facebook business page, your Twitter, and your LinkedIn. They're all included. We'll manage all 4 of those platforms for the same exact cost every month, and there's no additional fee to add platforms and so on. I recommend being on both. I think you should be on your personal page and be on your business page. People will fall into different buckets naturally depending on how they come to you and what your relationship is with them, and I think this works for both groups. This is my personal page, but what you'll notice is I'm not marketing. I am, but I'm not. Like, I'm posting, make the most of a small space with this multifunctional loft system. See inside a school bus that father and son converted. Most modest for the home and the workplace. Tour a tiny prefab home, and so on. None of this stuff is like, I'm a real estate agent, use me immediately for real estate. So it's actually cool articles that people could like and be interested in, and that's it. So I don't see anything wrong with posting that on your personal and on your business page and getting both groups of people interested in you and creating a great engagement with both of those groups of people.
Here's a question for you, Vicky. Thanks for being here, my friend. Do you still look unique if other realtors are using the service in the same area? Great question.
Yeah, 100%. So you have actually 2, but one primary social media manager assigned to you. First of all, your content choices are all different, and your days of the week and all your other settings are all different. But also, your person who is managing your account individually sources and posts articles to you that are not the same as anybody else's articles in your market. So, yeah. Now, let's be clear here. If the New York Times puts out a great real estate article, your expert and someone else's expert could choose the same article in the same week and post it. That would only be logical, just like you could post. If you were doing it yourself, you'd see a great article come out, pick it, and post it.
Correct.
But is it like using the same piece of content and the same thing? No. This is individual social media management for your account, and any sort of similarity in terms of content source would be happening by random chance. Just by the virtue of a great article coming out and people being interested in it and picking it for both. So there's that. But also, beyond that, don't even worry about what the Joneses are doing, because they're going to do their thing and you're going to do your thing, and you're trying to swim in your lane, which is your friends and your followers and people being attracted to you. So if another agent was doing park benches, and park benches were the absolute best way to market yourself, are you just going to not do park benches because then you'd be copying Bob, the park bench guy? No, you'd be using that same thing to compete as well. Yeah. And you need to be using Facebook regardless, so you may as well be doing it the best way that you possibly can.
Right on. Here's another question from Joel. Primary and secondary market areas, is this set only by city, or can you be marketed by county? Great question.
Yeah, you can choose counties. If it won't accept your input there when you're choosing a secondary, you can simply send us an email to info@cityblast.com, and we'll get you set up and make sure that the message is passed along to your social media manager to set up the county. Sometimes we do this through Google, which helps us understand what market you're focusing on, and sometimes Google doesn't pick up the county occasionally, and so just send us an email and we'll get the settings updated with your social media manager. Before we do a couple more questions, I'd like to give them the deal. Scott, do we want to do that first?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you know, that was my next question, because everybody's asking how much, what's the cost.
Do you want to give them the link as well as the promo code and the contact
Absolutely.
info?
I will post that right now. Under, just so you know, on the right-hand side of this thing, there's a chat button. You might have to drop it down to see it, but I'm going to post the link for the special that Sean has for us that he gave for that he set up. The promo code, if you're on the website and want to use the promo code, there's going to be a spot to put it. And then, of course, after you sign up or have any questions, there's a phone number and an email. And I believe there's a trial period, correct, Sean? I mean, it's not like you just pay right off the bat. There's a trial period, so you're going to cover that in a second. But I just posted that. Yeah, I just posted that right now, and so everybody can see that under the chat code, and then the link for the promo code that he's doing for all the Agent Mastermind members. So why don't you go ahead and explain what that means?
Yeah, on mine it looks a little glued together. Maybe you want to post the promo code on its own.
Okay, sure, no worries.
But,
I can do that.
Yeah. So here's the scoop. We are, as I said, I think the largest and best, or definitely the largest. I'm confident we're the best. We've done 3 million of these to date. We would love to show you and prove to you what we do. We'd love to prove, just like you guys, I'm telling you, to show and prove first, give first, and then receive. We'd like to give first. So here's the scoop. We're going to do a 2-week absolutely free trial for everybody who's on the show today. 2-week free trial, a free demo. Our social media experts are going to get started posting to your social media for you absolutely free for 2 weeks. Plus, after the 2-week period, we're going to do a 30% lifetime discount. You'll keep that with you forever as long as you're a client of City Blast. We're going to do 30% when you use the code you've seen there, which is AMM, Apple Mary Mary 2016, AMM 2016. When you're signing up, put in that promo code. That's going to give you 30% off for life. Here, the product is normally to have our service of our social media experts managing your Facebook fan page, your Twitter, and your LinkedIn, all of them included, and posting up to daily to your account. So if you want, you can do all the way up to daily. It's all included. Normally the price is $99 a month. We are going to do it for 30% off, and that's totally month to month. There is no subscription fee, no cancellation fee. Cancel anytime you want. If it's not working for you after a little while and you say, you know what, I'm going to do this myself, that's fine. Go ahead and cancel. There's no cancellation fee. It's completely month to month. 2-week free trial, no subscription fee. Normally $99. We're going to do a 30% discount, which is going to take you down to $69 a month to have all of your social media completely managed for you by professionals who've done 3 million posts under their belt. We want you to try us out. We're willing to put our money and our time where our mouth is. Beyond that, we also offer an annual agreement. If you're loving the product, or if you know, hey, you know what, I just want to lock this in and commit to it, our annual is also 30% off. So if you're choosing to do an annual package, normally that's $720 a year, which is obviously a significant savings. We're going to do 30% off that as well. So I'm not positive what that exactly works out to, but it's something like $1.50 or $2 a day, like $1.50 a day to have all of your social managed for you. And just for clarity again, It's all included. Your Facebook fan page, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, as often as you choose, up to a maximum of daily, up to 2 different geographical markets we can focus on, all the different content types you want, as well as all of these lead capture tools that we're going to do for you. We've got a little microsite. You can publish your listings through City Blast, which we didn't even talk about. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk about that in a minute. But just simply click on the link in the chat there, or go to cityblast.com and click on Try Us Now. It's going to take you about 3 minutes to go through this whole process of getting signed up, and give us a whirl. We would love to show you what we can do. I'm extremely confident that with your 2-week demo, you're going to see amazing progress and results. And Rome wasn't built in a day. Are you going to start getting leads within the first 2 weeks? I can't be positive. It would be great if you do, but give this a chance, and definitely if you stick with it for a period of time, you're going to see massive results from really honing in and focusing on all of your social media and getting, making sure that this is done consistently time after time.
All right. Will I be able to speak with the content manager if needed?
Yep, you can call us anytime.
Okay.
Real human beings will answer the phone. The number is here, 1-888-712-7888. You can talk to us anytime.
Yeah, and just FYI, there's a lot of people on this call. So for some reason, obviously, if you get a voicemail, or I don't know what you have as far as I don't know what you have when you call, but if 100 people call all at once, obviously, they will get back to you. So I just wanted to reiterate, there is a lot of people, and I know that a lot of my friends are using the system, so and they love it. There was a couple posts on Facebook today about me saying that Sean was coming back to share this with you guys. Here's the thing: you get 2 weeks, you get to try it out. You have to understand the mindset behind why I brought Sean on. It isn't to Agent Mastermind isn't about selling stuff. It's about helping you to have more freedom, focus on the money-making activities, the 20% that's making you 80% of your money. I know deep down in my heart that Facebook is the number one, however you want to call it, social media site. It's the number one communication site. It's how I communicate with almost everybody that I communicate with, because I know that that's just where everybody hangs out. So why, like Sean said, my theory is why try to take water to somebody in the desert? Why not try and bring them to water that's in the city? You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to do, is like help you to get out of the minutia, the all the stuff that we're supposed to be doing to drive a successful business. I'm big on delegating that stuff, and this is just one awesome system that helps you delegate the stuff. It doesn't mean that you never go to Facebook. It doesn't mean that you don't post your own stuff. That's not what this means. What it means is you always continually have good content that people will or will not. Maybe they'll click on it. Maybe they'll like it. Maybe they won't. That's not the idea here. The idea is that you always have up-to-date current content on a daily basis, if not weekly basis. So when they go to look at you, they go, "Man, this guy's really, really not putting up some good information." And then better yet, if they click on the link, you as a real estate agent, this bar goes across the top, and you always are in front of them no matter what site you're on. I think it's just the most brilliant thing you've ever done. So I appreciate you helping my friends out with this stuff. I appreciate you helping to provide content, like you are doing out in the marketplace to real estate agents, so they can focus on other things besides just what do I come up with. Because I put 30 minutes to 45 minutes sometimes into my thought process of what do I post, because I got to make it about them. I got to make it a conversation. I gotta make it interesting enough to to have them click on it, or maybe just see my stuff every once in a while to remember who I am and what I do for a living. So I know you've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of my friends to with your system to get out of the minutia of Facebook and just post something for them. So I appreciate that, and I would highly recommend giving it a try. So.
If you guys want to talk to us, like Scott said, we've got a room full of human beings, but at a certain point they get exhausted, and I can already see over here that the phone lines are lighting up, and quite a number of you have already signed up. So that's awesome. I want to thank you guys who have all signed up to give us a try. I'm confident that we're going to knock your socks off. For the rest of you who are still signing up for the demo, I appreciate you guys taking action for your business today. If you want to reach out to us, the number is there on the screen, 1-888-712-7888. Even if you have questions that didn't get answered on the webinar, you can call in and ask, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. We also can be reached, if you're an email person, info@cityblast.com. We're happy to answer questions. We can help you set up a fan page. If you don't have a fan page or a Facebook, we're happy to help you. We'll do an onboarding call with you and get you set up. If you need fan page improvements, we're going to send you guys the ebooks and so on, but beyond that, we can get on the call and help you with those. We can help you expand your following and so on. We're full service, and we're happy to help you guys. And, you know, as I said before, we stand behind our service, and we'd love for you guys to give us a chance and kind of see why we are who we are and see if we can work for you as well.
Hey, there's a question coming in from Rhonda. I appreciate you being here, Rhonda. She says, can you discuss the implementation of the pop-up at the banner bar advertising? Like where do you set that up inside the system? And is it for every, like once you turn it on, is it on for every post, or is it selective with the posts that go up? Or it's on every post. Okay.
When you have it on, it's on every post. Yeah. So right here, it's called branded content sharing. Okay. And it's going to be personalized with your branding and so on. You can also do auto-liking your own posts. So when posts come up, you'll auto-like them. That actually increases your engagement by 17% because people see, oh, one person's liked it. Okay, well, that seems good.
That's weird. Crazy.
Click tracking. We can do a personalized short link, which means that the links that show up are personalized with your branding down here. You can see.
Love it. Love it. And not City Blast?
Yeah, that's right. You can set that up however you want to say whatever you want.
Okay, so it's coming. It looks like it's coming from you, and you're doing it. Nice.
Yeah, and that's all in your settings here, and you can choose all your content types. So you know, if you don't want certain things, you can turn them off. Another cool thing that we do is you can submit listings in, and we can feature them out as a featured piece of content to all the other agents who want listings. So if you want listings on your wall, you turn on this local listing showcase, or off if you don't. For everyone who's got it on, who's also in your same area, you can submit listings in, and there'll be featured pieces of content that go out on everyone else's account. So if you got a listing that you really want to sell fast, and you want 100 other agents in your city to look like they're going, hey, check out this great new listing that just came out, you can submit your listing in. So we're a really powerful platform for heavy listing agents and people who want to be heavy listing agents to get listings sold fast through the network of agents as well.
And we can end with this question. I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate all the questions. Here's a great one I think would be beneficial to everybody. I have had a personal Facebook page longer than I've had an agent, longer than I've been an agent. So I haven't made that platform for a business. I do have a real estate team Facebook page. Would you recommend starting a personal page devoted to my profession in addition to the team page? Great question.
I think what I would do is take advantage of all the friends and followers that you've already built up on your personal page. I'll say two things to that. One, don't feed them stuff that's going to annoy them. Stay with inbound marketing. Just give them a little bit of spice of some real estate related things that are really cool and interesting. You know, set your City Blast expert up, if you're going to use us, to post 3 times or even start with 2 times a week. And just get a little bit of real estate content out there to get it in front of those people with just kind of cool, interesting things, because that's where you've got the most impact, is with those people who already know you and trust you and all that sort of thing. And the trick is not to annoy them with too much posting, or too much posting that's like me, 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 me. So I would definitely say that. The second thing is, how much would you pay this year to keep that Facebook and just have that Facebook for your friends and family? Would you pay, if Facebook said to you, hey, Facebook's now $20,000 to use this year, you'd probably shut your Facebook down right this minute. Well, what if I told you that you're missing out on $20,000 in commissions by not posting on your Facebook with some real estate content? You're doing the exact same thing. Your opportunity cost of not doing a little bit of real estate seasoning on the top of all your posts is all the commissions you're not making by not reminding those people that you're in the real estate business. So there's a right way to do it and a wrong way, and all I'm saying is do it the right way, and you can take advantage of that page as well.
So a lot of people are on their tablets, which I think is so cool, on their phones, tablets, whatever. If you go to City Blast, cityblast.com, you're going to sign up. When you sign up, there's going to be a spot for a promo code. The promo code you want to use is AMM 2016, so Apple Mary Mary 2016. That's the promo code that's going to give you the 30% discount for life. It's right there at the top of the screen too, AMM 2016. That is the code you want to use, and it's so cool that people are watching on their tablets and phones and conference rooms and stuff like that. But So yeah, if you're not seeing it, or I am posting the in the comment section. What I will do is, if anybody has any questions, just hit us up on the Facebook group, private message me, or whatever you need to do to make it happen, and I will make sure and get you that private code. Some people are asking how long it's good for. I don't know. I don't know how long we're going to keep that code. I can't guarantee you how long Sean is going to have that price for you. So I'm not trying to hard sell you, but if you're looking to get out of the minutia of Facebook and the promoting yourself and building your brand, there's nothing out there like this that you can put a banner up there, you can post automatically. Of course, you still have to interact and engage with your people, but it's just an amazing thing to use. It's very inexpensive to help you build your brand. So, yeah, you got to close deals, right? So, Sean, I can't thank you enough for what you're doing for all my friends personally and all the real estate agents that I work with and know. And I talk about your system all the time, every event that I go to, and so I thank you, and I'm glad that we have this recording so I can actually give it to them. I got a big one tomorrow. I think we have 70 or 80 people signed up, so I'll be sharing this as well to help them. So appreciate
awesome.
you, man.
Yeah. Thanks very much. And I just want to say thanks again. There's a ton of you have signed up already, and I sincerely thank you for giving us a shot and trying out the demo. And for those of you who haven't yet, I look forward to seeing you on City Blast. If you have further questions, call us or email us, and we'll be happy to get those answered and get you the 30% discount as well.
All right. And thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate you, brother, and look forward to working with you soon.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,